What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Three Pyramids Network with your host, the Ignorant Eclectic Mad Genius. Today we are checking out nobody is pretty in person anymore. So hit me with a like, hit me with a sub. If you can, hit your poor boy with a super hype. It helps me out in the algorithms a lot. All that being said, let's do this.
Person is crazy. Crazy.
Your favorite influencers that you look up to and you think that they're gorgeous most of the time are ugly.
Does anyone else notice that the real pretty people on social media aren't that pretty in real life?
Nobody looks the same online as they do in person.
The internet is having a brutal conversation about how people look in person.
Michaela Nogueira's filter that she posted and then what we saw on the red carpet still is my fever dream and my paralysis demon.
And it's not just one person, it's becoming a pattern. The conversation usually starts with a clip of an influencer or celebrity that wasn't filmed under their control. And since it didn't come from their setup, their angles, or their edits, we're seeing what happens when the camera isn't in their favor.
Your favorite influencers that you look up to and you think that they're gorgeous most of the time are ugly. Probably 90% of the time.
The think pieces are circulating, the comments are turning into a full analysis, or just straight up.
Yeah, there's this the thing called catfishing. When I was back in my day, people would catfish a lot. I mean, they still do. It's just to a different degree now, like where you got AI that could change your facial features and stuff like that without without you doing anything. It could put makeup on you. It could do a bunch of stuff like that. But yeah.
Bullying.
Where's this? Wait.
This is her and her Get Ready With Me, and this is who showed up to the carpet. Miss Hannah Bellfire Nogueira.
And now, You Look Different in Person has officially become the new first impression because people are meeting your online face before they meet you.
So I went to an influencer event a few months ago, and there was a really big TikToker, and I've been watching her since the pandemic. The thing was when I actually met her in person, I was like, oh my goodness.
And when those two don't match, people take it very personally. In today's video, we're gonna look at what happens when the most honest version of your face turns into the least expected one. Quick disclaimer, I really don't like the idea of creating a video and discussing or critiquing only one person. In this case, Michaela Nogueira. Hence why in every video where I'm talking about a celebrity or an influencer, I'll include 2, maybe 3 examples, because it never gave let's dogpile on one person. But in this situation, Michaela became such a strong example that once you see it, you won't need another one. So, as always, let's give grace, but we do run a very strict program over here, so let's keep the comments classy. Welcome to the Girl Talk you didn't know you needed. Now, I'm not saying you have to subscribe. You're classy. I know you don't just give those away for free, but hopefully we become bestie enough for you to take that next step. In the past, the idea of looking good for the camera was a tale as old as time. We've always wanted to be seen in our best light. It's just that back then, people used the lens to witness the person that they've already seen in person.
When you're out with a beautiful girl, take her picture. You don't have to say anything, just aim and snap. She'll get the idea. Taking somebody's picture is a really modern way to pay a compliment.
And film didn't give you a second chance. There were no screens to check if you blinked, no delete button if you wanted to try that again. The pictures were grainy, sometimes a light leak washed out the whole shot, and you wouldn't even know until you got them days later.
What a day!
Let's take a lot of pictures, okay?
Because your memories are important, and because they happen only once, they deserve quality processing.
Let's mail the film tonight, okay?
With convenient Kodak mailers. Just drop in your Kodak color film, stamp, mail to Kodak, and Kodak will mail your prints right to your home.
What a shot.
It was just a simple click that caught you exactly as you were. Because back then, you didn't have the option to go back and fix everything. But
Say
thanks
cheese.
to Clover, the sponsor of today's video, they help
Alright,
handle
with
the
the sponsor.
unexpected without needing a redo. Clover is a financial app that lets you access up to $400.
It was just new to Americans, and both companies were betting it would be the next big thing in photography.
And not only could you conveniently capture the real you could conveniently capture the moments around you. People took them to the beach, weddings, family vacations. And overall, the camera was really about getting a decent picture instead of trying to perfect that picture.
Disposable cameras were everywhere back in the day. You'd take them to birthdays, weddings, parties, really any event worth remembering. No one had phones in their pockets, just those little plastic cameras. You'd snap a few photos and hope for the best, then wait days to get them developed. The fun was in the surprise. Half the shots were blurry, someone's eyes were closed, but it didn't matter.
I also want to mention that these photos weren't meant for an audience. They stayed in shoeboxes or family albums, maybe your dresser, and you didn't obsess over them, okay? You looked at them to feel good, maybe laugh with family. But over the years though, the camera advanced and moved from the back of the device to the front, and on top of that, started introducing software that was capturing our faces, yes, but also trying to actively fix it.
The first Instagram photo was of your girlfriend's foot with a stray dog.
Yeah.
But it was maybe the first filter that was even more consequential.
She said, I'm not going to post photos unless I can make them look great, so you probably should add filters. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try making a filter.
How quickly did it become something that you realized could be not just big, but really big?
The way we saw it, we kind of had lightning in a bottle, and it was our job to capture it and to continue to work on it, not screw it up.
As the years went by, Instagram became almost like a digital mirror. It showed us who we were, but it also showed us who we could be. Suddenly, we were seeing filters not only on Instagram, but other platforms like Snapchat and TikTok, and we could blur, smooth, cinch, and eventually create an entirely new face right at our fingertips.
It's like an enhancement. Like you just look like a more put together, cleaner, or less sweaty, or longer eyelashed version of yourself. So that like flawless, kind of superficial look is what all these celebrities are, like you were mentioning, the Kardashians or Jenners will look like with their full faces of makeup. I think it really becomes attractive to be able to utilize filters to look that way in an instant.
But what happens when that face is seen from someone else's lens? Well, recently we got a real-time answer.
Michaela Nogueira's makeup looked horrible. Fans keep comparing photos of Michaela at the Hannah Montana 20th anniversary red carpet. This is her and her Get Ready With Me, and this is who showed up to the carpet. Miss Hannah Bellfire Nogueira. We could all act shocked, or we could all just say that we saw the real Michaela Nogueira on the red carpet this night. This look was a disaster all around, from the nail tech to the hairstylist to the makeup artist who, she did her own makeup. Even down to the purse and the way that she stacks her jewelry, it screams insecure.
And it became something people found hard to ignore because it's not.
I'm not trying to be mean, but Nope, I'm not gonna say it.
Not just about someone looking different. People are reacting to when the face they know doesn't show up in person or shows up outside of their usual environment.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Good to see you today. I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. I posted you on TikTok and it went viral because people said you didn't look like how you look like on...
I know, I'm breaking out right now, so...
I mean, I thought you looked the same. Is there something different I'm missing?
No.
All right, well, good to see you guys.
And the internet has been discussing Michaela's looks for a very long time now, but it spiraled all over again when she stepped foot on the red carpet of the Hannah Montana 20th anniversary premiere. A woman came on camera, she asked a simple question, and the video went viral from there.
Why doesn't her makeup eat when it's not on her camera? Why doesn't her makeup look how it looks here on everybody else's camera? maybe it's a filter. What do you guys
Bro,
think?
her nose
Why
not
doesn't
even
her
the same.
makeup look as good as it does when it's not on her profile, on her TikTok?
People started noticing that Michaela's usual look wasn't showing up the same once she stepped away from her camera. Her brightly lit, perfectly angled videos weren't lining up with what people were seeing from different angles.
At this point, I don't even know why Michaela still talks to y'all, because once again, y'all have harassed her into turning her comment section off. She is currently going viral for her appearance at the 20th anniversary Hannah Montana special, because her appearance on interviews in front of their cameras looks different than what's on her page. Specifically, people feel like her face and her makeup looks very different. It's not flattering in comparison to what she posts online, and honestly, I think it's just the difference in camera angles, because everybody swears that they're the baddest on TikTok and Instagram until I go over to your mama's Facebook page and see the real you.
Comments like, it's not her makeup, it's her face, she looks a mess, she's ugly, and just a lot of photo comments that really twist the knife started circulating online. And I don't know, y'all, it just seems like one big fat bully party to me. But that's just me.
Oh no, woman that you guys always call ugly modifies herself to look better so people can stop calling her ugly, but it doesn't matter anyway because they're gonna call her ugly anyway, because that's the plight, right? That's the game.
What the F is wrong with y'all? Today I saw that basically the entire internet was attacking this one influencer at the Hannah Montana premiere for her physical appearance. These videos from men and women alike hating on her looks and disguising it as a think piece. And I saw this one particular video that said, what, we can't critique her, we can't give her constructive criticism? That's not critiquing, that is bullying.
And normally influencers stay out the mix when it comes to addressing things like this. If I had Michaela's money, sorry, I can't hear you over my card swiping. But Michaela actually addressed it more than once, even saying things that kind of sound like she's in agreement.
I've said this a million times and I will defend it until I am in the grave, that there are no filters on my videos. There is constant confusion about why I look different in person than in my videos. I want to make something very clear. I am aware that I'm not an attractive person. Sorry, I'm aware that I'm not like aesthetically pleasing to look at or like photogenic. It's really easy to take a bad photo of me. I don't have the best side profile, which I've talked about and I've shown. I don't know why I look different in person. I don't.
It's sad to hear, but let's be honest.
Shorty, you rich. What they think? You feel me? But like, also I'm a dude and I'm ugly, so it's different, I guess. I don't know.
We've seen this before. This is a rising phenomenon that's becoming more common the more makeup, filters, and editing start shaping how we look.
There's a very popular influencer on here who was crying, saying that people are saying she looks different in person and she doesn't know why. She continues to say, like, I know I'm not conventionally attractive, which is heartbreaking to hear that anybody thinks that about themselves. Girl, you're beautiful. She also says, like, I don't.
Okay, we can't be lying to everybody, all right? We gotta, you're not beautiful. You be aight.
Don't use filters. I don't know why I look different in person. And I think I know just a little bit. When people do full extreme glam in person, it just doesn't translate the same. That is why men hate birthday makeup so much. Even if it's blended well, it just translates different in person.
I hate makeup in general. Makeup is the devil.
Than it does on the camera.
But what really shines light on it is how people respond to it. Because once someone gets used to seeing you a certain way online, instead of just recognizing your face, they're going to expect it, demand it. And when you mix that expectation with allegedly heavily edited, allegedly filtered content, it's not surprising people start questioning what they're really seeing.
But why is she the only one that looks so different all the time? Why is she the only one that looks so vastly different? This isn't all about angles and lighting. She's doing something. Something is definitely going on with that chin. She's filtering it down. It is much, much smaller in all of the stuff that she puts out there. But when somebody else is photographing her or videoing her, it is not that small. It is not that sharp. It is different.
People don't care if you're turned to the side, 90-degree angle, if you're upside down. Your face needs to stay consistent. Now, here's where it gets weird, but not only that, it gets weirdly parasocial. And look, we're not gonna sit here and pretend that it's weird that people feel some type of way when influencers don't look the same in person. But the way people take that feeling and pour all their energy into it, it really shows you how personal influencers' faces are to them.
I'm telling you, Mikayla Nogueira, she must have her filter on Power Ranger mode because it's working overtime, honey. I've been calling out Mikayla for the past 5 years, girl. Like, seriously, when people get on here and they're like, well, I don't really know. I know. I watched every video. I've been blocked I don't know how many times.
You posted this, Mikayla, on your TikTok. And then this is what we saw on the Hollywood red carpet. Oh, honey, and I thought I was the clown. I can't. I tried and I can't. I tried and I can't.
Mikayla's real face. Here she is at the buffet. Mikayla went to the buffet while in Las Vegas. Her bestie Sydney Slays posted a video of her eating at the buffet, and look, that's Mikayla's real face. Very rare do we see Mikayla's real face, you guys. Take it in.
And it's not just a few comments and videos here and there. People are making video after video, analyzing, studying her face like she's an exhibit, breaking her down from every angle. There's even dedicated AI pages built on her demise.
Why does Mikayla Nogueira's face look like an evil witch? Because she's self-conscious about how people judge her face. She relies heavily on filters and post-production to smooth her skin and tweak proportions. It's basically a polished version of her. But in real life, without those enhancements, the overfilled look stands out more, creating that obvious pillow face effect.
So now there's back and forth on whether people are being too mean or just reacting to what their eyes are seeing.
Canceling Mikayla because she's chopped in person is crazy. Crazy. Like, we're canceling people because they're chopped. Do we hear ourselves? I don't even like Mikayla. I don't think her recommendations are good. I think she's a sellout. But we're canceling her because she's chopped. We are doomed.
I do think you guys are being a little bit too harsh and dramatic on Mikayla. And I will go further and say that I feel like if a lot of people are in Mikayla's shoes, I really don't think they can handle it. And I get it, like she's an annoying influencer and all this type of stuff, but like I do feel like
that is actually one thing. If you're an influencer or something like that, or somebody with influence and like does that, that basically puts a target on your back for people to hate you.
Some people are very, very harsh, and it's easy to be harsh and negative and nasty to someone. Like when you're in the comment section.
Mikayla under attack again. Y'all over here talking about her not looking the same in the photos from the Hannah Montana thing versus what she be looking like in her own stuff. She really didn't look that different. She didn't. Y'all be dragging it. Y'all just don't like that lady. And it is bullying. It is bullying at this point.
Something about this situation isn't sitting right, and it goes a lot deeper than you think. Y'all remember earlier when we talked about how the camera used to just capture you as you were? Well, fast forward to today, the camera isn't capturing you like it used to. The camera is creating a version of you. And today, what we see on camera is starting to matter more than what we see in real life.
I actually think one of the saddest parts of my life before I decided to lose weight and change my appearance was that I was so unhappy with how I looked that I never took pictures of myself. I have several years where I have like maybe 3 selfies to account for the entire time because I just did not want to have to like try and present a good version of myself and allow myself to exist on the internet or allow that to be documented. And it's so sad because the purpose of your face is so much more than it being desired.
The biggest scam of our generation, well, one of the biggest scams of our generation is pictures being the highest measure of beauty. Pictures don't even have the capacity to capture what we see in those moments. That's why pictures being the measure of beauty really bothers me, because we're meant to be viewed through interaction. Like, it's very rare that you'll be talking to somebody and they're just there like posed up like Like, no, that's a pose for a picture. But when people are interacting, I really feel like you get to see the full essence of their beauty.
With the everyday use of makeup and filters that literally rebuild your face, it's starting to show something. And that is that a lot of people are living in a digital la-la land.
I met Michaela in 2023. I believe it's been 2 years now. So we're walking and we see a group of girls. We see it's a bachelorette party. We're trying to figure out if it's Michaela, because like we see her, but we don't think it's her because she looks completely different, unrecognizable. I had no idea it was her, but I watch her videos all the time. I had no idea if it was her. This is how she looked when she filmed the video of her getting ready for her bachelorette party that night when she was going out, and the night I took a picture with her. It's the same day and everything, but this is Michaela in real life. This is Michaela in her videos and TikToks and pictures. Completely two different people.
The video we just watched shows it perfectly, okay? That creator has been watching Michaela for a long time. She knows her face. She knows her online face. But when she saw her in person, her real life face, she barely recognized her. But then you look at the comments and people are saying, well, she looks the same to me. Comments read, she looks completely recognizable in this. Obviously, you did recognize her, and you also look different. Her video kind of backfired because a lot of people noticed, well, you don't really look the same either.
Michaela looks different because she's in a different angle. It's really that simple. Mind you, everybody has a good side. Everybody is gonna make themselves look better when they have control over the lighting and the angles of your phone. You can't tell me that whenever you take pictures with your friend, you like every single picture that you take. In a group picture, when someone else has the camera, you know how many times I get my pictures taken and I don't post those pictures because I don't like how I look, because I can't control how that person is holding the camera. I can't control what that person sees behind the camera, so I know how to pose. Like, guys, like, come on, like come on.
Do y'all see what's happening? We're so used to staring at the faces on our screens that can entirely warp our facial features. They can make you look slimmer. They can make your nose look smaller, your features more centered. But we stare at these digital faces so much that when we step outside and see the real faces moving, turning, and existing, it doesn't register the same.
This photo of Michaela Nogueira is going viral on TikTok, and I'm not sure why people are upset with her this time. I'm not the biggest Michaela fan, mostly because I think some of the practices she has are just not really ethical. But this, she's just being a normal person.
And then a lot of women turn it around on themselves, and they wonder why they don't look like the influencers on their screen.
Does anyone else just feel like they're not pretty anymore? It doesn't matter how much makeup I put on. It doesn't matter how many people tell me I'm pretty. I just don't feel like I fit in with society.
So I know I'm not ugly, but I don't think that I'm like influencer pretty. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I understand that I'm like objectively attractive, but I also don't think that I am influencer pretty.
Posting content online when you're not the internet standard of beautiful is so difficult. And
so my thing is, self-love has to be the thing that people strive for nowadays, especially women, well, men also, but like in a different viewpoint. So what I mean by like that for men, so like the self-love, just like the self-love of for you to love yourself and the body, like in your body or whatever, but like make your body and your mind better. So you have to do that. The fact that for women it's a little bit different because we look at women, well, some of us look at women for just looks, but also others look at women for more than just looks. But you know that the looks are what gets our attention, gets the male's attention. The mindset and everything else is what keeps us. But that's just how I see it.
So humbling.
Whole time, the influencer on that screen might be feeling the exact same way. They may be thinking that they're not internet pretty enough.
She just literally got a booty out of nowhere.
They adjust the lighting. They edit a little here and there, just to match.
I know I can make them have a little thick ones.
So I went to an influencer event, and there was a really big TikToker. This is absolutely no shade to this creator. The thing was when I actually met her in person, I was like, oh my goodness, she has a lot of wrinkles around her eyes. And again, there's nothing wrong with having wrinkles around your eyes or on your face or anything. Like, I don't care. But the thing was that in her TikToks, I have never seen a single wrinkle on her face, and it's because she uses a filter. I really feel like this generation is effed in how they view people's faces now. Like, we just don't see normal faces anymore. And so it was a shock to see her face, and she just looks different.
And that's when it comes full circle. The internet loves a snatched, edited face, but real life doesn't translate like that. And it's gotten to a point where people don't even feel comfortable taking pictures without adding some subtle
This right here, scary. For reasons.
tweaks.
I look quite pretty.
Recently, someone wanted to take a picture, and I said, "Can I use this filter? Is that okay?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, of course." I'm like, "I'm sorry, I'm just insecure." And they said, "Hold on, no. Is it that you're insecure, or does the filter free you from body and facial dysmorphia so that you can just relax and be yourself and take the picture?"
Facts.
At this point, I don't even think the issue is that people look different in person. I think the issue is that real faces are starting to be compared to faces that were never really real to begin with. Just like how back then a camera was basically used to just capture moments, today it's used to almost shift reality and beauty standards, leaving a lot of women feeling like they don't measure up to what they're seeing on their screens.
I don't think I'm beautiful. And I think that's why I'm not consistent with my content. I don't have the perfectly symmetrical face. I don't know how to do crazy glam makeup. I keep it simple, like really simple. And when you're on social media, simple doesn't feel enough. And let's be honest, brands don't usually partner with simple girls. They want the polished ones, the flawless skin, the perfect lighting, the aesthetic life. And sometimes I look at myself and think I don't fit that mold.
And that's why this conversation around Michaela got...
But you have to be authentic with yourself. If you're going to build a fan base and a group, you should always be authentic to yourself. Because if you paint yourself in that box, people are only going to see you in that box. And that box might not even really be you. Like, it might just be something that you are putting on and projecting to gain an audience. And it's not really you. So you're living a lie, basically.
So big and very messy, it's because she became a very clear example of something people have been noticing for a while. And while no, the answer isn't to zoom in on people's faces and start dissecting them, I think the biggest issue here is that we've been staring at altered faces for so long that now the real faces don't hit anymore. So let's all remember that our faces are beautiful and they should not be compared to a face on a screen. Let's go outside. Thank you for tuning into the...
Yeah, man. Shout out to this young lady. Like always, the original video for this will be in a link in the description for her. So, you know what I mean? Go ahead, check her out. Check out some of her other videos. You know, I pop in and check out some of her thoughts and everything else for her videos every now and again. But yo, catch you on the next one, man. Love each and every last one of y'all. Hit me with a like, hit me with a sub. And if you can, hit your brother with a super hype. If you have it, you know what I mean? Because I know you got other creators that you love more than me. And that's cool. But a poor man would love a super hype. Catch you on the next one, man. Peace. On to the next transmission.